In filmmaking, figuring out what stories to tell is an interesting process. I have an observation journal that I've kept for over 10 years. So there's many journals. I'm on, I think, number 4 or 5. And I'll use that as a source. So I write down quotes in there. I'll write down little thoughts I have. I write down what people are wearing when I see them walking in the street signs, all kinds of things. And I use that as a source because when I was in school, when I was at USC, my professor said that the best stories come from real life, which is true. I mean, a lot of the best stories that you may not even know that they were taken from real life, even just like a snippet, a scene, because you can't make some of these things up. So I use my observation journal. I also use music. Sometimes music will make me think about a certain scene or a certain mood, and I just start to get images in my head. A lot of mini movies play in my head, and so I try to write them down. I know I've missed out on a lot of stories by not writing them down, and you're like, oh, I'll remember that later, but you should always write it down. That's normally the main ways that I come up with stories. Sometimes a friend or a family member will say, "Oh, this is a great story," and I'll explore that. But normally it comes from stuff swirling around in my head or stuff in my observation journal.